a slide, find your zone every day.
Boom, and we're live. What's going on, you guys? It's dollar cost crypto here with Jewel making money, son. Sheesh, 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 sheesh. Woo! Gosh, damn, blessed be thy bags, for they shall pump. My God, Jewel. Man, it feels good to be right. It feels good to be right on this thing. God damn, man. Gosh damn, man, what's going on, you guys? Shout out to Mark R, man. Holy shit, I'm almost at a 2x already. Pepe Copter, baby. Yeah. I mean, shout out to any of you guys who took any of the previous crypto mindset courses. Obviously, you guys know I've been talking about Jewel since about the quarter 4 course and stuff like that, man. And it's been printing, man. It's been printing for a long time. I think originally when I told people about Jewel, I think the APRs were about in the 600 APR range. No, 800 to 600% APR range. Since that time till about I would say a couple weeks ago, the APRs are going down over time because obviously each epoch, the percentage of Jewel you get for each epoch goes down, obviously, right? And one interesting sort of fact about it is that right around kind of the official announcement of the exact date, which was going to be March 30th, which is in 2 days, basically a day and a half, really, when it launches, the APRs got as low as, I would say, 240. And today they're at 350 to 360% APR. So this is one of the reasons. This is what kind of my hypothesis originally when I decided to sell 40% of my LPs. I still have, so of that 100%, I still have 60% of it still in the Jewel 1 LP. I'm going to keep it there. I may, if I need a little extra to throw into a farm, I may sell 20 extra percent, but I probably will not go below that, the 40% of the original that I had there, just because I want to keep earning the Jewel and the lock Jewel right now. But with that 40% that I sold, it went up. If you look at it, let's just call it a 250 and went to 350, or actually was 250 to 350. Basically, I gained 40% back from there. So basically, for me selling 40% of my LPs, so I sold those LPs when the price of Jewel was about $4.20. Shout out to all my Pepes, but $4.20. I've 2x the capital on that side because I sold the one into Jewel and now I'm holding more Jewel. But on top of that, I'm earning the same amount of Jewel I was earning when I had the full amount there at 240. Just money printing, son. Shout out to Kevin C. $5 super chat, dude. I got the part-time job as a jeweler. Thanks, Miguel. Hey, no problem, man. With this next expansion, I maybe will start getting into a little bit of the heroes and stuff right now. Obviously, here's the thing. So I didn't get as early on the hero side, right? Obviously, the jewel side did pretty well, right? Obviously, like when I invest into projects, I invest into the financial side. But it does look like they're starting to update and do all kinds of interesting things with jewel and stuff, right? And eventually, I'll probably get a little bit of heroes, mostly probably just kind of the bare minimum, basically maybe 3 or 4, maybe a team of 6 and stuff, just to do all the professions and stuff, mostly to maximize any airdrops because I have a lot of jewel, a lot of X jewel. I'll end up having a lot of crystal and stuff once Crystal Veil launches on the 30th, which is in 2 days. I'll have all that jazz there. Then I'll be able to qualify for any future airdrops and stuff like that, wherever, and whichever side that is, and just pick up that free money because I'm pretty bullish long term for the project. No, and for sure, Black Label Expat. Let's see. Can you talk about restaking Illuvium V2? Yeah, of course I will. I'll get to it a little bit later, but just remind me, and I'll talk about it in a minute. Let's see. Arnold M, what's your thoughts about buying locked jewel at a discount? If you're gonna, I've been thinking about doing it myself as well. If you do it on a different wallet, basically, and just be careful. Basically, I mean, you have to be really careful with that thing. Definitely use a different wallet than your main wallet you're using your jewel stuff on, just to be kind of careful with it. Okay. From there, that just it's that sort of thing. So it's just more of just like be careful, obviously. All right, when you're doing that kind of stuff, that stuff's still pretty new. So, yep, diamond hands are forever. Jewel it up, baby. Yes, sir. Money moves, son. Restaked my Illuvium for another 12 months and stuff. Yeah, I'll go over Illuvium towards the back half of the stream and stuff. Just remind me a little bit later on. But yeah, Nick C. Yeah, the DeFi Kingdoms Medium has 3 new articles in the last 24 hours talking about how this new Yes. So yeah, those 3 new articles. Most of the information I went through it already in the crypto mindset webinars and stuff that I had basically a couple days ago. So shout out to you guys because the price at the time was like $6-7. So it's up right now. In terms of like what I'm sort of seeing right now for the jewel price here, let me see if I can pull it up actually. All right. So for right now, the current price of DeFi Kingdoms is at $9.07. I do expect this to keep going up. The way they've set the whole jewel token, they've one thing that I really do appreciate about the team at DeFi Kingdoms is that they're still keeping priority on the jewel token. Of course, I do believe that there's going to be a massive pump on Crystal at some point just because of the limited supply when it comes out. But for the first epoch, and I would say up until the first 3 epochs of it, which is basically what I mean with the first 3 weeks. So from let's take a look real quick. So if the game launches on the 30th, which is a Wednesday, epoch 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically, Jewel is really pumpy. Jewel is really pumpy up until I would say April 20th, which is really, 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 really cool. So here's the way it's going to work, right? So the first pair that's going to happen. So in order for you to get crystal, right, there's 2 ways for you to get crystal right off the bat. If you were already, shout out to all my crypto mindset guys. If you guys were investing into the DeFi Kingdoms ecosystem, and you guys had over 100x jewel, okay, to qualify, you're going to get an airdrop of crystal token. Basically, there was a snapshot for 30 days, and it sort of averaged out how much basically X jewel you had, whether you started at 100 the whole time, then you have 100, versus if you had 100 to 1,000, then you're in the 500 range, somewhere in the middle there. If that's actually the case, then we're gonna get a good amount of crystal right off the bat, which is really cool. From there, it's really based. I haven't seen anything in terms of how much the airdrops are going to be. I think those are just going to be announced basically on the day of the game. We'll see how much we get. But other than that, how do you get crystal? The only way to get the crystal token is to actually have jewel. This is what's causing a lot of people to know, like I basically tomorrow, I think we're going to continue the pump basically on it. Whether you take some profits, I'll leave that up to you guys, right? Like, you know, you guys have to figure that out for yourselves. But yeah, shout out to Sebastian, man. What's going on with the $2 super chat? Bought Jewel at $8, staked LP, smoking hopium. Sheesh. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. Yeah. Mark R, man. Jewel tokenomics are hella good. Gonna vampire so much value from each chains it launches on. Yep, exactly. And if you guys were in my previous crypto mindset courses and stuff with me and Charlie, I pretty much said that, you know, DeFi Kingdoms in a way is kind of vampiric. It is playing nice with the chains, but in a way, a lot of the value gravitates back to this coin right here, and we're gonna see a lot of interesting action right here, right? If you want, I'm gonna have a full breakdown on the DeFi Kingdoms ecosystem in the new crypto mindset course, which you guys can actually sign up right here. Crypto mindset. So it's not out yet. It goes on sale April 15th to the 19th, and then the first webinars will start April 22. So just for you guys to know right here, put in your best email address. You'll be the first to know basically once it goes on sale. I'll post it in chat right here. Crypto mindset access, and then the course will be sold on my business partner Charlie from Cultivate Crypto's website, basically right there, cryptomindset.com/access, and then you'll get notified right away when it goes live, and you can just get in. And it's going to be really cool. It's cool sort of stuff. So the course is going to be $797, and yeah, it's going to be a banger, you guys. A lot of people were like, bear market here, it's over. Oh my God, my testicles, they're gone. I'm castrated. And now like BTC shoots back up to 47,000, and everyone's like, yeah, you know, I was here the whole time. You know, I've been saying that, you know, this is just a bull market, just a consolidating bull market the whole time. Okay. All right. I'll probably say there's like 3 people in the crypto space besides me and Charlie that were saying that we were saying that we were still in a bull market. So it's 997 is with the course, but there's going to be discounts, of course, right? There's going to be a 10% discount if you're paying in crypto. That's both in Ethereum, Bitcoin, or USDC and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool, as well as some other discounts as well, which me and Charlie will announce on the day that we actually launch the course. So pretty cool. Yeah, you're gonna have access to a Telegram group and everything like that. Webinars, 8 hours of like Hex and Pulse Chain ecosystem content and stuff. So I'm gonna go over kind of the battle strategies of what I'm seeing. We're gonna go over the Hex price. We're gonna go over all the new ecosystems, tokens and stuff. There's about 9 or 10 of them now that I can think of and stuff. 5 official, 1 incoming. There's an incoming token. There's an incoming. There's another. So if the Richard Hart Infinity Stone Gauntlet, there's 5 Infinity Stones. The 6th one's coming after after Pulse Chain launches. There's going to be another sacrifice phase. And if you wanna know about the Fight Club, you got to be a part of Crypto Mindset Quarter 2, baby. Crypto Mindset Quarter 2. So it's that sort of stuff. So definitely, man. So sign up, you guys. Links in the chat right there. And damn, I can't wait to get that started for you guys. But let's get back to the regular scheduled programming. So DeFi Kingdoms Jewel, right? So currently, DeFi Kingdoms Jewel is actually, let me find my webpage. So yeah, currently right now, DeFi Kingdoms Jewel is actually just on the Harmony 1. What's happening in the next 2 days is it's actually launching a new expansion pack. So the new and Musha, I'll go over that in a minute. But the new expansion pack is gonna launch on Crystal Vale. So it's called Crystal Vale. It's launching a brand new token called Crystal, which is not out yet. The Crystal token is 1/4 of the total supply. So if you look at the current max supply of Jewel token, which is about 500 million, so we're talking about like 125 million tokens total supply, with the starting circulating supply of probably even less than this. We're looking at probably within the first month, we're going to be somewhere in the 25 million token range, if that. So that's basically what's kind of going on with all that. So this is one of the reasons why people are really big and hyped and stuff on DeFi Kingdom, because there's a new expansion pack, new lands, new Gen 0 hero, new heroes, a new profession, all kinds of pets and stuff. We're going to start getting tournaments and PvP and stuff coming out with the unlock of Crystal Vale. Obviously, within the first 3 months is when a lot of the stuff's going to unlock kind of linearly over every epoch. And there's going to be a lot of yield farming. From what I see, we're looking at from the start. If you're in day one, dia uno, day one, well, obviously within like 4 hours of it launching and stuff, the APRs are looking like they're looking like 500% plus APRs for Joule X Joule. So, and people ask me, what's Joule X Joule, right? So obviously everyone knows Boo X Boo and stuff. For all you guys who are watching me here on from the crypto mindset courses and stuff, if you know what X Boo is, right? So let's take a quick look right here, just so I can explain this kind of theory to you guys. So let's go back to handy dandy Spooky Swap, right? So if you go to Spooky Swap, right, and you here, actually I'll buy a little Spooky Swap right now. I'll buy 2 tokens. Oh, nice. It's up $2. Cool. Just making money hand over fist everywhere else, man. Cool. Okay, so now I've got 2 Boo. So basically, what happens? It's almost the same thing. Actually, the X Boo to Joule X to the X Joule is almost the same. They're about 1.7 actually. So this is actually pretty on point right here. So basically, what you do is you stake Boo or Joule in their appropriate websites. You hit confirm, and you stake them. And this feature actually here is going to be actually on Pulse Chain as well. So call that shit. Call that from a mile away. But let's see. Cool. Now I have let's see, how much do I have? Okay, cool. So now just to show what I have right now, when I hit approve, let me hit confirm. Transactions. Okay, so basically it shows right here I have 1.12 X Boo. I still have my 2 Boo that I deposited, but basically there's an upfront cost to pay this X Boo stuff right here, right? So if you don't, so what's going to happen is unlike Joule doesn't have these extra features for X Joule yet. I think maybe at some point in the future they will. Copy Pasta, probably Spooky Swap. I know a lot of other protocols are. You can stake it. You earn this base yield, which is 15. Right now, the APR for Boo Rent for X Boo is 19%. Right now for Joule, it's about 15 to I'd say 13% APR right now, which is still pretty good. So just your money just sitting there, you're earning a little bit of APR, no one permanent loss. What's going to happen is you're going to be able to take regular Joule token and X Joule. It's like taking Boo and X Boo together, and you can fuse them together. And where did we see this originally? Where was the first place we ever saw this? On SolidX. Solid sex, baby. Let's see. We got to let this thing load. Okay. Let me just refresh this pool. Okay, cool. So this is actually the first instance that I've ever seen this happen before. So this is why I've been saying, you guys, like there's a reason I teach Phantom and stuff. It really is the most advanced kind of place where all this shit's happening right now. So the reason that I was able to yield farm a lot of X Boo beats, F beats, and stuff like this, pairs which have no impermanent loss. No impermanent loss at all. So obviously it's 12% APY right now. At the time when this first launched, SolidX, like something like Boo X Boo, I was earning 2,000% APR. 2,000% APR. Obviously, it's not gonna last forever. So the APRs could be as high as like 1,000, 2,000, and then kind of go down to 800, 500, 200, and then go down to something like 110% APR, somewhere in that range. But the reason why this is so cool is one of the reasons why this is so cool is there's no impermanent loss on it, which is so cool. So you're basically just holding Joule. It's like holding just Joule like that normally. But except here's the kicker, is that while you have Boo and X Boo, on the X Boo side, you are still earning the APR that you were earning beforehand. So on this half, right? No, you're still, like, let's just say this is Joule. You're earning Joule on this. Your Joule's being just Joule. No gains on that, but you are earning the APR that you're earning over here. On the Boo, you're also earning the APR here. But since it's X Boo or X Jewel, you will still be earning this amount as well. So you're actually technically, when you have these Boo, X Boo, and Jewel X Jewel, you are earning dual yield in the pools. So your APR is actually technically a little higher. It's not crazy, but it's still pretty nice. So I do suspect, because all the people that can be yield farming, I do suspect that a bunch of the money that's in the bank is going to leave the bank, a good portion of it. So we're going to probably see the APRs in the bank probably shoot up to 30%, 40%. So because you have half your money, it's almost like if you had all your jewel there, it's like you're earning 20% APR while having your money in here, and then earning whatever you can on that side. So you're still earning the jewel rewards for the XBOO, but on top of that, you're earning the high APRs on that side. Damn. What a time to be alive. Be sure to hit the like, subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't get unsubscribed. And heck yeah, you guys. Shoo. Yeah, wow, these APR. Yeah, it's because it depends on how the money's voted for, and then people have been voting for other pools. So there's specific pools that are being voted for certain pairs and stuff. Let me see if I can show you guys. If I look at APRs, yeah, there's still 600. There's still some of these right here, but you're talking about like solid DEX, SEX, and stuff like that. But the SEX token price, I remember this token was $15-25 and stuff. Good, I was yield farming it, really good place to sell them and stuff. And now it's come down to here. We're probably at a low right now for this now. Like we're getting close to this, but if it's the sort of thing, if you want to take a shot, I'd probably do this one right here, but there's only like $43,000 of liquidity in here. So it's just kind of like, it is what it is, or it's pretty much dead. Most people are yield farming on solid, or not solid X, on Oxdow basically over there and stuff. But even that yield's not even that great anymore either. So it's kind of meh. But it was a cool experiment, a cool cash grab where you could have got it and stuff with no impermanent loss yield farming. But you're not going to have that sort of level of thing. I will say this, over time though, I would say 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, the APRs are going to get back down to a normal rate. So it is imperative that you try to get in. It is imperative that you try to get in on those first couple of days, because that's when the yield's going to be really great, and you're going to be able to actually put a lot of crystal in your pocket, and then you're going to be able to do pretty cool stuff. Though I do warn you guys with one reason. Okay, so you're going to earn all these coins, but listen to me on the butt right here. Okay, now listen to this. Just like in Jewel, when you claim your Jewel, there's going to be a certain percentage that's locked away and another percentage that's a liquid. The liquid's going to start off at 5% liquid. It's 95% locked for the first week. Then the second week, it's going to be 7% liquid, 83% locked. And it's going to keep going, 90, you know what I mean? And it's going to keep going down. It's going to keep going down from there, basically, every epoch. And every epoch is basically every week. So, in terms of like yield farms that's going on. So in the beginning, there's only going to be Jewel X Jewel. So there's going to be an unquenchable need for Jewel token. So so from what I can figure out in terms of where the price could go, my bearish target for this would be $12 to $14 on Jewel right now. If you don't have any Jewel right now, I would say this is still a good price to buy some Jewel at. But if you're like, if you're going to get Jewel, I would try to get your Jewel before it goes to like $14, $15, because you're just leaving a lot of X's on the table, basically. If those APRs tend to, so here's the thing. So if the APRs are kind of like, okay, like 200, like if the APRs are like 200 or so in terms of the APRs and stuff, then the Jewel price is probably only going to hit a top of $16 to $18. If those APRs are fucking bananas, then we're pretty much, if the APRs only go up so much and stuff, then, the Jewel price will, if those APRs are really good, the game launches well, everything's pretty smooth and seamless and stuff like that, then we're probably going to go back to an all-time high on Jewel token with probably a new all-time high of somewhere in the $34, $33 range. Obviously, if you're in huge profits, huge amounts of X's, 2, 3, 4, 5 X's, take some fucking profits. Like, let me wake you guys up a little bit. right, cool. Now that everyone's woken up. Now let me say this again, okay? This is take some fucking profits. I'm not saying sell all your jewel. I'm not saying sell all your crystal, but take some fucking profits because, like, you know, later on, you literally, this play is so damn good that you can literally pay for the crypto mindset course off of just gains, and it's nothing, just a freebie. I mean, it's that decent of a fucking play. Like, I threw in personally. I don't talk about shit that I'm not personally invested in. I've got a lot of money in this motherfucker. So, in terms of where you can buy the coin right now, you basically have to go to DeFiKingdoms.com and go into the chain and stuff. So if you guys give me a minute, I will try to log in right now and stuff. So I'll be right back 1 second. So let me. Okay, and I'm back. Cool. Yeah. Oh, Tap2, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. 20 for the community. Sign up for the crypto mindset quarter. I think it's quarter 2. Mindset course quest itself. Sovereignty starts with knowledge given there. No, hey, thank you so much, Tap2, man. You're a real one, bros. But yeah, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Yeah, definitely sign up for the crypto mindset quarter 2 course, you guys. It's the way you're going to free yourself. You can learn about yield farming, and it's a good way to prep, especially for a lot of my guys from the Hex community and stuff like that. This is a good way to prep to learn actually how to yield farm effectively, correctly, and kind of anticipate this sort of thing, because you're essentially seeing the launch of an asset that kind of in a way works the way PulseX works, where you're essentially staking this token that's going to generate another token for you. So it's not exactly the same, but it's good practice. The more and more practice you have, the more likely you're going to be able to play the big game, which is going to be the Pulse Chain ecosystem launch. That's the big time for some of you Pulse Chainers, Hexagons, and stuff like that. And all the guys from the crypto mindset course, you know, I'm a Hexagon through and through, but it's good. It's just as many times as you can get at bats to practice to get good, the less chance you're going to get like fucked on noob mistakes, basically. Yeah. So Sir Galahad, Galahad, did DCC mention the ratio of jewel to X jewel? I assume it's 50-50 on the value, or is 10 jewel? So yeah, they fix it. So it's not gonna be like solid X where the numbers are funky. Literally, they tell you deposit all your jewel into the X jewel, into the bank. Actually, here, let me stop sharing the screen. I'll show it. Where is it? Oh my God. Where is it? Okay, yeah. So it's just like this. So it's like imagine this is like jewelry here. You stake all your coins in here, right? You stake all your coins in here, and then they just tell you to withdraw half of it, and then you will go to the dock, and then you will essentially transfer your tokens over to the other ecosystem. That's how it's going to work. So it's going to be kind of based off a 50-50 exchange like that. It's basically it's going to be pretty simple. It's going to be pretty intuitive. Let's see, Crypto Escobar with $20 super. Saludos, mi hermano. I just got a bag of jewels. What's the better play now? LP stake. Here's to popping bottles of the Citadel. It depends. It depends. So if let's just say you're talking about like a bag of jewels less than $5,000, I would definitely probably recommend. I would really recommend just keeping it liquid and jewel. Just put it in the bank. Earn a little APR while lower there, because that's fine. If you're talking $10,000-$20,000 of a portfolio, that I would probably say 5,000 in Jewel 1 and 15,000 in Jewel token, something like that. I think it's just a smart idea just to build up a little, have it like always be yielding on that side, so you're always getting a little more Jewel, and the Jewel you collect, you can just put it all to the other side, which is really cool. Because I'm gonna go in pretty heavy. So let me see if I can show the. Oh, okay, I do have it. Yay! So let's go over here to. DeFi King. This is you guys. This is DeFi Kingdoms right here, right? So if you look at if we actually look at the gardens right here. So let's go to seed box. Oh shit, I was wrong. I'm sorry. The APR is 372%. 372% APR. So when I was talking about harvest, when you harvest, right? If you look at something like this, right? So right now I've got 27 Joule that I can claim right now, and 19 that are locked. Right. So the current locking rate is 41%. So if you look at this, if these numbers combined are 100%, right? 41% is locked. 19% is locked. 27.5% is unlocked. So this is liquid. So this is what I mean. If you're able to, you can put 5,000. It just depends on your bag. If you're talking about a smallish bag, if you're talking about like $10,000 or something like that in terms of like crystal, a Joule token. Right now, I would probably tell you just keep it in Joule, just because the price appreciation, and then as on top of that, you're gonna be able to yield farm on it, and then maximize those yields, and then with the gains and the profits you take, and once Joule actually goes down in price, then you can just restake it back over here in the gardens and keep collecting on the Joule tokens and the crystal tokens. So you'll be earning yield on two chains on the same game. You'll be earning over here on on Saren Vale, and then on Crystal Vale over there, which is really cool. Let's see, from the Medium article, remember the LP pairs must be made with equal values of each token so you can decide how much Joule you want to stake and swap. Exactly. Yeah, you'll be able to decide, basically, for sure. But yeah, but more than likely, like myself personally, I'm pretty much taking my whole bank over there and yielding on all of it, basically. But I do plan, I have kept 60% of my LPs, like I said in the beginning of the stream, for yielding still Joule token, because what's going to happen is so basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to keep a certain level of like the income that I get per day, right? Because a certain level of income that I get per day, right? So if we look at something like this for myself, right? I don't think this is a full day. I think I claimed it earlier this morning, but like 27.56 plus 19.15 is basically 46 Joule. Let's just times it by 9. So about, oh my God, no way. Fuck out of here. What? So I just added up what I earned right now on stream. This is like the universe, bro. $429. 420, baby. I didn't even, wow, dude. I didn't even make that. That's like, that's crazy. That is crazy. That is wild. But yeah, you're gonna be able to actually dude, I keep having like 420 show up in my world, dude. It's so weird, dude, because like I mean this, like I truly mean this. Like I knew there was gonna, like, I had a feeling in the gut of my stomach and stuff, like, oh, this thing hasn't pumped yet. There's something, I think, because before when the date was announced, the market was still kind of bearish in terms of the psychology of it, and I knew human nature as well as like this is going to be a pretty big deal, and I want to earn yield on my coins anyway. So I purchased a very, very large amount of more Joule token for myself to have liquid Joule and put it in the bank. And I bought it at 420, and at the same time, then I sold 40% of my LPs at the time. And I was just like, wow, did I really just buy a bunch of Joule at 420? And then just right now, I just checked this shit, and it's like I add up the rewards, and it equals 420. 420 is the new Fibonacci number. That's correct, you guys. 420 is the new Fibonacci number. But yeah, I'll also during the obviously I'll be making this is why I tell you guys to join the courses, man, because during these fucking crazy times when like events happen, right, there is a very likely chance, right, that if you take the crypto mindset Q2 course, we're gonna get Pulse Chain to launch before the start of the next course. It's going to be right on that line, basically, because I'm thinking the crypto. I'm thinking that the crypto that the Pulse Chain ecosystem is going to the main chain is going to launch somewhere in June to July. That's like my best guesstimate right now. So if you join up to the crypto mindset course, you're going to get into all those flash webinars and stuff like that when I'm going through yield and stuff. So once I kind of figure out where the best yield is, boom, we hit the webinars and let's go. Same thing with this. When this goes live, literally the same day or the next day, I'll be showing you guys like what I'm doing right there and give you guys and helping you guys out and stuff. This is why I tell you guys, sign up for the crypto mindset course, man. I got you guys fucking backs, my guys. So anyway, So this is one cool thing that they've just recently added. So if you go to the world map here, right? If you go to the world map here and you go to the docks, this is the dock master. When the game launches, they're going to launch a new option on here, which is basically bridge to the DeFi Kingdom chain, which is on for Crystal Vale, which is on AVAX. They have an option which is called buy one. You can actually just buy. You can actually I guess exit. Yeah. So you can buy. If you click on buy one and stuff like that. You can actually buy. You can actually buy Harmony One token with a debit or credit card. That's crazy as hell. So now, but of course, it's just to get you started, basically. In terms of large, I don't know what's the actual limits for how much you can buy in transactions. I'm guesstimating it's going to be like $500 to about $5,000 in terms of the limit you can buy with a debit or credit card. But that's a really cool onboard tool in order to actually get your money onto the ecosystem and stuff. So you can definitely, if you don't have anyone to start the game, so they're going to do the same thing on the DeFi Kingdom chain, but on the DeFi Kingdom chain, instead of Harmony One, you're buying Jewel token. So there's now going to be a direct debit credit card swipe to actually buy Jewel with a debit and credit card right in the game. That's insane. So Nick, my question is, why is everyone doing KuCoin and 4 extra steps compared to just doing that? KYC reasons, limits, I guess. Yeah. So I would say it's not even really for KYC. It's really just because of the limits, basically. So when you're buying a debit and credit card, depending on this is a new system. So there's going to be limits on debit credit cards on how much you're actually going to be able to buy in one transactions. So you probably will only be allowed to buy $500 to $5,000. Where on KuCoin, you can basically purchase about a Bitcoin's worth in one shot, and instantaneously too. You can literally send a Bitcoin, sell it for USDT, buy Harmony One, send it over, and it would take 5 minutes. Beep, 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 boom. And you can have 40, whatever. What's the current price of? If I look right now, what's the current price of BTC right now? $47,000. So compare 47,000 versus $5,000 limit. That's eight. You get to have 8 times more capital to get in versus the debit credit card scheme. But for most people, they don't have that much money and stuff. So the credit card is a decent way to get started and stuff for sure. But a lot of people have capital and stuff like that, and they need to move money. So it's do I do $5,000 a day, or do I do $47,000 a day until I get my position? A lot of people are going to choose that route, basically. As well as, yes, credit cards have interest charge and stuff. So there's going to, exactly. Avin, there's also charges on that. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a little surcharge and all that stuff. So, it's not going to be cheap. I'm guessing it's when you add up credit card fees plus their fees and all that other jazz, you're probably looking at 5%, 6% sort of fee on that. Where on KuCoin, it's much less than that. You might get 0.5% fee, if you're actually going like that. So it's that sort of stuff. And yeah, exactly, Nick. Yeah, facts. And having Gemini charges crazy fees for card purchases. Exactly. So, yeah. So, Nick, fair enough. Can you also show how to yield on small bags? I just got here today. My monitor broke 2 days ago. Sorry, that sucks, Nick. So basically, what I personally recommend right now is if you're going to get in DeFi Kingdoms, buy. So here's the move. Okay, you take whatever cryptocurrencies you already own already. Okay. And what you do is then you go into KuCoin, you sell it for USDT, which is Tether. Then with the Tether, you buy Harmony One. Now, let me try to show you something, because this is the most difficult part of getting money onto here. So let me this one? No. Where did I leave it? Give me 1 second. Sorry, I have so many tabs open. You guys give me 1 second. Okay, so if I were to look on DeFi Kingdoms here, right? So the first things first, right? You go on to DeFi Kingdoms, right? I want to do a fresh thing right here, right? You hit play, connect your MetaMask. Oh, cool. Click here to get the Harmony mainnet. Cool. Claim. Switch to network. Cool. Now, okay. Now when we're here, right? You can actually buy one right here. See? So you can buy some and get started. But let's just say I'm trying to figure out how to do this. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on your MetaMask, and on your MetaMask, it's going to say account 1. You copy the clipboard, and there's like, if you look at a MetaMask on the right of it, there's 3 little dots. The first option you're going to get is called View, Account, and Explorer. It's going to take you to this right here. And what you do is you copy and paste your Ethereum address for this wallet that you connected right here, and paste it. And it's going to give you this address right here on the Harmony Block Explorer. This is basically for this wallet. This is its address. You hit copy to clipboard. Now, when you're on KuCoin and it tells you have to send to a native Harmony 1 address, you copy and paste this address right here for yourself, right? So this is my address, but this is going to be a different address for your wallet, basically. So once you copy and click this one to the keyboard, you'll copy and paste it to the sending address. And then let me remind you something, okay? Always send a small amount of coins first. Whenever you're ever sending to a wallet for the first time ever, send a small amount. I'm talking about like $10, $5 of the 1 token to that wallet. And then you check your MetaMask after a few minutes. Did it show up? Oh, it did. Oh, glory be Jesus. Yes. Cool. May your gains always be prosperous, right? And then from there, then you send the rest of it over. Once you've done that, then it's just an easy sort of thing. So it's just please, like, I cannot stress this enough. Always send a test transaction, especially if it's the first time you've ever sent that wallet. Just please, I'm just like, I don't want to hear this from people like, oh fuck, I accidentally sent to the wrong address. Like, if you lose $10, who gives a fuck? You lose the 5,000. That's a lot of money. Just please, like, I cannot, like, I literally cannot stress that enough, you guys. Like, my God, dudes. So remember this right here. And then, so what you do is, once you have this address, you send Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDC, whatever coin, you sell it for USDT, not USDT. So USDT, which is Tether. You sell it for Tether. Not the stable coin for Luna, but the stable coin called Tether. And then with the Tether, you buy Harmony 1. Now, the reason you're only buying Harmony 1 is because you need the 1 token on this blockchain, which is the Harmony 1 blockchain. That's Ethereum for it. It's going to be the same thing if you had the Pulse chain, right? Like, you need Pulse chain to actually do transaction fees. It's the same sort of thing on all blockchains. Like, you need Phantom on Phantom. You need Harmony 1 on 1. You know, it's starting to kind of like click in a little bit. So once that does happen, right, you then let's see, where is it? Okay, here. Yeah. Once you're on here, right, then your money shows up and you're like, all right, cool. And then the game starts up and you pick your little character, you pick a name and stuff that you like, and then it takes you to this page right here. And now you have all this 1 token in your wallet. So what do? You go to the marketplace. The marketplace. Okay, you click on the marketplace. There's something called the trader, right? So like, okay, cool. You have a bunch of Harmony 1 here. Cool. And then what you do is you click Jewel. This is the only place you can buy Jewel right now. There's no exchanges that sell Jewel. This is the only place you can buy Jewel in this game. I think there is a couple other places you can buy it on the Harmony 1 network, but basically, if you're already on the Harmony 1 network, you might as well just buy it here because this is where all the liquidity is at. So you would go, I don't know, let's say 50 or 60 or whatever, right? Boom, now I have a Jewel token. You swap it, and then you hit confirm swap. It's really fast, cheap as hell. I always would recommend you guys make sure. Oh, this is another thing. When you're selling into Jewel, they've done this now where, like, you sell the max. They will not allow you to sell 100% of your 1 tokens. This is the only place I've actually seen where they put this in place. Is good on like Harmony 1 for this shit. This is pretty smart, where they won't let you like fuck yourself over by hitting the max button. And then like because what happens is people always hit the max button on the first time that they're on the ecosystem. They sell all their coins into another token, and they have no more of the gas token, and then they're just stuck there. Like, oh my God, that just sucks. Now they've added this thing where like they keep like 90% or 89% of a 1 token, which is enough to sell some Jewel back to get you to get you some one tokens. Okay, so make sure that you're not like selling every single one of your coins into Jewel. Just so leave like a little bit of gas. Honestly, if you keep 10, 15, 50, I usually like keeping 101 just for myself personally. I think that's a good amount. I like, because like if I ever need to like shoot up the gas, I've never had a problem where like the gas fees just started going crazy where I needed to like increase the way basically in order the gas fee. It's never happened, no matter how busy it's gotten over here. So it's good on Harmony One, but just always leave a little bit of always leave a little Harmony One for gas fees. Yeah. So it's not much, JE. Just keep like 10, 15 one tokens. That's it. We're talking about like $4 or $5. That's it. Just leave a little something there so you have it and you're like, all right, cool. And that's it. Yeah, Brian. Yeah, that's a great safety factor Harmony One has done for a great idea. It really, really is. I don't even think Spooky Swap does that. Like that. So that's pretty impressive. So you see, this is what I'm talking about, the innovation. And then eventually all the chains will start kind of copy pasting themselves and then they'll kind of like do all this stuff. But this is really cool user kind of interface. But obviously they would have to, if the gas fees ever got bad on Harmony One, then they would have to keep increasing that limit and stuff like that, which is cool. Okay, now that you've shown me how you could yield on small liquid, okay, back straight up hold. Yeah, hold all liquid Jewel, and then you're going to go to where's my tabs? My lord. Okay, now you're going to take yourself to over here to the jeweler, and you're going to go to the jeweler. You click the jeweler, and then basically just deposit, just stake your coins, and then you're yielding about like 15%. It's not a crazy amount of APR. But we're just waiting for the game to launch in a couple days. So basically, over the next couple days, $500 to $1,000 is really not like a crazy amount, but it's if you got to risk it for the biscuit, right? And you're going to be able to get some actually going to be able to get some price appreciation on that. And then when the game launches, you could take that $500 or $1,000 of Jewel, stake it, and you can earn some crystal token, which if you sell, you could, there's a good chance you'll be able to sell the crystal for about $500 to $1,000 just from the gains you make over a month. And on top of that, whatever's price you end up selling some Jewel tokens for. So it's a good shot where you could 2 to 3x your initial investment if you're taking all the profits. Obviously, myself personally, I'm not selling all my bags, but I probably will sell half of my crystal, half of my Jewel, just because to take some profits. If the prices come down, I'll buy more. And then the rest of my Jewel and crystal, I will just yield farm out within the 2 chains basically and just keep yielding. So hell yeah, man. Tap 2, Q2, go shoo. Yeah. Let's see, Ginger. I did that. I was repothcating a month in, and I accidentally traded on my. Yeah, so they just recently added that. Yeah, so I had to send a few one tokens to my KuCoin to save the day. Yep, it sucks. It's happened to me. It has happened to me so many times on Phantom that it's kind of embarrassing to say, but like. Okay, when you LP farm, how long is the LP tokens locked? No, they're liquid as hell. You can withdraw them at any time, you guys. So if you make an LP token, boop, you can pull it right away. So us little guys appreciate the strats. We're trying to climb up and get earning real money and yield like the big boys. Oh, dude, I started there, dude. I legitimately started. Nick, we're exactly where you are. I started. Man, I was a normie. I was a normie in 2017, man. I started in like late 2016. Didn't know what I was doing. Just all I bought was Litecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin. I actually was winning, ended up pretty good on that, but still, like there wasn't I didn't know what to do for a long time. And then I just over the years, you build, you teach yourself up and stuff like that. And now I'm teaching people like the mistakes I did, so they don't have to do the same mistakes. And you're able to improve and kind of climb the ladder. Like I truly believe in upwards mobility, and if I can help people with that, then that's great. Oh, hey, Pepe. Carlos M, thank you, DCC. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it. JE, appreciate you. Hey, my Pepe heart, bro. My Pepe heart. Yeah, LP withdrawal penalties before Epoch 4. Oh, you're talking about withdrawal. Oh, okay. Yeah. So there's no. So I'm sorry, I was answering locking. So, okay. So let me try to remember this. Okay. So when they asked the question, they meant locked. So yeah, your coins aren't locked, but there is a withdrawal penalty. There is a couple withdrawal penalties. It's not that bad, but basically if you withdraw your coins from here, it's about I would say it's about a 2% fee, but the fee goes down over time. So the fee's only there to discourage people from just moving their liquidity back and forth and doing all this vampire shit, right? And it keeps the liquidity more grounded, right? So if you've been in the pool for a while and stuff like that, and you withdraw your coins, there's no fee. When I personally withdrew my coins from there, I've had it there for months. So there's no fee to insert. There's only a fee if you get in and out within a week, right? If you're yield farming for a month, a couple weeks and stuff, the fee is like under 1% or less. Yeah. 2%. Yeah, 2% within 3 days. Yeah, it's just to stop people from doing like fuck shit of like moving liquidity back and forth and doing all this crazy like backwards vampiric. Yeah. The vampire wants no vampiring. I know, bro, right? Cameron Dehan, I hope I'm saying that right. 1% within 5 days. Yeah, correct. So once you've been yield farming it for a week or a couple weeks, it's nothing. It's nothing. So don't even worry about that. I'm guessing it's going to be the same thing on Crystal Vale as well for the most things. Okay. Oh my God. Bars. No, definitely. Let's see from 70 medium guy who summarized all in DeFi Kingdom meetings. Yeah, launch date. Okay, so here's a launch date. So, yep, on the 30th, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is basically 8 Pacific Standard Time, and that would be 12 Eastern. I think. Oh, I'm sorry, 10. So sorry, my time zones. So yeah, so basically you'll be able to bridge over your assets at 10 in the morning a.m. on the West Coast and noon on the East Coast, and then for bridging, and then 8 p.m. Eastern, which is 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Emissions start on the Ice Crystal Gardens. Sheesh, beautiful, nice. Thanks, Chris, Nick C, man. Damn. So bars, you guys. So there's the times right there. Boom. Screenshot it. Screenshot it. There you go. That's a screenshot right there. That's a screenshot. Let me get my eye in there. Wait. There you go. Bam. Bars. Okay. Hey, if we're rocking a portfolio less than $1,000, would it be holding Phantom here be an okay move? I bought most of it and yeah, it's perfectly fine. I think I don't think we're gonna go below $1 anymore. There always is I have noticed with Phantom, there always is a bit of a kind of a flash crash here and there. So there's going to be opportunities where the price crashes 50% and you'll be able to buy on a 50% wick, but then it just recovers back pretty quickly. So yeah, I think you're fine, basically. Let's see. Try the Alani energy drinks, no flavor. Yeah, for sure. No, I like the Celsius ones. They're pretty good too. No sugar as well. Pretty good drinks. They taste great. Sub. Hell yeah, man. Is the jewel you stake in the jeweler claimable at any time? No lockup. Yeah, there's no lockup, no fees or nothing. But I can't say. I don't know if there's going to be a lockup fee or anything like that for the crystal and the crystal one because we'll see when it launches. But there just shouldn't be any withdrawal fees at all. And if there is, they're going to have to tell us about it ahead of time for sure. So yes, 8 hours to get your shit together. Correct. Yeah. So you're gonna have 8 the bridging is open. Oh my God! And everyone's like, oh yeah. So you're gonna have 8 hours. You see, these guys are doing it right. They're allowing you to bridge your money, and no yield, and then yield opens, and it's and then we're yielding, right? So it's basically at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 Eastern, you got to have your money there. So in 2 days, if you don't have your money bridged over, I mean, you literally, I'm telling you guys, we have to have your coins on the DeFi Kingdoms chain. Don't worry about gas fees because the DeFi Kingdoms chain runs on Jewel token, which is really cool. So you're going to have your Jewel token over there on the DFK chain. And boom, you're good to go. And then we're just yield farming off the bat. And then it's going to give us the highest opportunity at those higher APRs to gain as much crystal as possible. And in stacking those crystal as early as possible with a yield as possible. So, and you guys wanted to know the number, I broke down all the numbers, everything in the webinar I just currently did this past week and stuff. So definitely check it out. So we have better. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Stephen Carpenter, thank you, sir. You're a gentleman and a scholar. DCC for president. Oh, thank you, sir. Beautiful. All right, let's get back to it. Where is it? Okay, here. Yeah. So, and there's this is another interesting thing. So in the beginning, so it's going to look something like this, right? Except, so this is how it's going to look like. It's going to be called the Crystal Gardens, except it's going to be all icy and shit. And it's not going to be like this. It's going to be like, you know, potatoes or some bullshit. It's going to be something like that. It's going to be all crystally. But then you're going to go to the harvest button. I mean, the seed box over there, right? And they're going to have different stuff. So let me see my notes real quick. I wrote this down. Okay. So for the first week, there's going to be Jewel X Jewel. And from my knowledge, there will be a bank, which is called because originally, shout out to all the OG people before they changed the name. The jeweler was called the bank. Now they claimed it to the jeweler. There's going to be a jeweler for the crystal tokens. So you're going to be able to stake your crystal tokens and actually earn yield on them, which is going to be pretty cool. So pretty nice. From there, let me see the other stuff. Okay, from there on the second week, we're going to start getting Crystal X Crystal, and then third week we should be getting Jewel AVAX, Jewel Crystal for the seed box. So, and then for week 4 we'll be getting week 4 is going to be an interesting one. So Epoch 4, which is let me see the epoch. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So by April 20th, we'll have in the seed box area, which is going to on Crystal Vale, you're going to have crystal, you're gonna have some jewel, you're gonna have jewel, phantom, jewel, you're gonna have all the pairs here, and then but you have the crystal versions as well. So you're gonna have a lot of different pairs to actually yield farm and stuff like that. You're gonna have a crystal Luna, you're gonna have a UST jewel or crystal, I'm sorry, and then a bunch of other ones and some AVAX ones as well. So you're gonna have quite a lot of interesting ones. I would say the AVAX one's coming up in the third week, so that would be on the 20th, on the 13th. So by April 13th, we will have a crystal AVAX and we'll have a jewel AVAX as well. So jewel AVAX, jewel crystal, and the jewel crystal is going to be pretty sick, but you have to be careful with it when permanent loss. So only be using, like, you know, what I would recommend for that, for you guys, like if you're guys going to do the crystal. So most of my money is going to still be probably in the Jewel X Jewel, unless the APRs get very, very terrible. But what's going to happen is some of the emissions that I get in crystal token, I will sell half of my crystal for Jewel and then so I'm using casino chips here. So I'm taking emissions that are earned already, sell half of that side into Jewel, and then deposit that in the crystal Jewel. That way, if I get a permanent loss, who gives a fuck? It's all free money you get, and you'll be able to earn some stuff as well. Yeah, oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. A few days later, Crystal AVAX, with subsequent weeks, we'll see Crystal pairings of the following Bitcoin. Exactly. Yep. Yep. A few days later, I think the few days later might actually be more like that might be on the next epoch, if I remember correctly, from what I saw from the stuff. But if they decided to change it, sure. But at least from what I read, the Epoch 3 was voted in, so was Epoch 2 and Epoch 1 and stuff. But if they decided to add stuff, I mean, it's their game, basically. So if they want to add, I mean, they could change shit all the time on you. So it just is what it is. But jewelers are going to play with my jewels. What protocol is the Crystal Vale? So Crystal Vale is on AVAX under a subnet. So basically, it's a blockchain within a blockchain. So this Crystal Vale will run on the DFK chain, which is DeFi Kingdoms chain, that runs on AVAX. There's actually a lot of hints right now that the next expansion is going to be Matic, which is really interesting, because if the next one's Matic, it makes, so personally, if I really was a betting man, and I was really going to bet on like what was the next expansion. The next expansion I thought was going to be Luna. Of course, like Luna's hyped up right now. It's doing pretty good in price. Makes sense, right? But one of the reasons why it's Matic, I think now is, here's what I think, is we're going to get the merge on Ethereum in June, July, right? Same thing, same time around, we're going to get Pulse Chain, I think. June, July, that hot boy summer right there, that DeFi summer, baby. On that DeFi summer, We're gonna get we're gonna get that right there. So you're gonna have Ethereum and a lot of the L2s and Ethereum like hot fire during that time. So I'm pretty sure that that's kind of one of the reasons why they're probably going to Matic first, and then from there we're gonna get a Luna, and then from there we're gonna get a Phantom. I would actually be very shocked if we went AVAX, Matic, Phantom. I would be like, holy shit. But more than likely, I think it's Luna then Phantom, which is really cool because that could actually bring a little extra hype to kind of bring it on. Because usually October, because like if you look at the Phantom ecosystem is like a spooky. It's a Halloween chain if you look at it, right? It's like spooky, it's like it's spooky swap and like Reaper and like Geist and Scream. I mean, literally, it's a Halloween chain, which is really fucking funny. Shout out to all my Phantom dudes. But shout out Bite Masons. But it's this whole sort of thing where like it's usually, I mean, I think it's a trend that October is a very, very, very good month for Phantom. And if that expansion comes in like late fourth quarter, early first quarter, that's actually good for Phantom to actually keep it pumping and keep interest in it. Because you saw what happened during the Solidex sort of thing. It kept the hype going for even longer while every chain was doing bad other than I think around the tail end of the solidly stuff, then you had Luna starting to pump at that time, because I think Luna was at $67 at the time, and then it started growing up from there, $30 more. And Phantom kept up just as much, as well as the projects and stuff. So gosh damn. Let's see. Why not Matic, Phantom, then Pulse? Yeah, it can. It's just that here's the thing: is that we need Pulse. So if Pulse Chain launches June, July, we launch, we have a pump, we have a dump, another pump, and then we have enough time to actually develop where people are saying like, "Yo, this Pulse Chain is real." I think we could get them to come. If I can make it happen, I will make it happen, Oscar, for real. But it's the sort of thing where I understand too. New chain, so people want like to see like, can it make it 6 months, 8 months, a year? And they're like, okay, wow, this thing could actually make it. And then projects will take the chance, a leap of faith. And I think that will happen for Pulse Chain within a year of it actually launching. A Diablo themed DFK Halloween would be so, dude, that'd be so cool. Dude, if we had a Halloween version of like DeFi Kingdoms, bro, for Phantom, bro, like Spooky Vale? Or like Haunted Vale or something, like something. It's got to be Vale, right? You always use the Vale thing, but like Haunted Vale sounds sick as fuck, bro. Diablo Vale or like I don't know, like Haunted Vale sound like it, dude. That would be sick expansion, dudes. Oh shit. But yeah. Oh, and let me explain one more thing too. So DeFi. So a subnet is a blockchain of a blockchain. So it's a blockchain that's within a blockchain, right? Inside, it's using AVAX is software and energy and stuff, but it's running its own chain, doing its own sort of thing in this thing called a subnet. Now, in that subnet, the transaction fees are a Joule token. So they've now bring another use case for the Joule token on here. It's Harmony 1 because you're on the Harmony 1 blockchain. But the DeFi Kingdom chain, which is on AVAX, runs on Joule token. It runs on Joule token. That's pretty sick. So it runs on Joule token. So here's what they've just recently done, which is really, really, really cool. So 50% of the transaction fees will be burned. So now there's a 50% burn rate on all transactions done on Crystal Vale. That's fucking crazy. That's cool. Will it match the emission rate that you're getting right here in the seed box? And absolutely fucking not. But in 8 months, 6 months, it's possibly that it does, because the emissions are going to keep going down over time, because every epoch less and less coins come out, but then more of your stuff unlocks. So there's kind of there's a feng shui sort of balance to Joule token there. So eventually, I actually do see a Joule becoming deflationary, but now at the very least, now you have a deflationary pressure and a further use case for the Joule token. That's really cool. Second of all, 25% of the fees go to the validator. That's pretty normal. Originally, I thought that the Joule token I thought the Jewel token, I mean the emission, the burn rate. I basically, it was a leak and stuff that happened. It happened about a week and a half ago. We found out that the DeFi Kingdom chain was on a 50% burn rate, and then everyone else, the rest of it was going to be 50% validators, which I understand. Now the news came out and it's 50% burn rate, 25 for the validators. So the validators get 25% less. So I'm like, holy shit. The other 25% is for a slush fund to bass boost questing and tournaments and rewards. So 25% of the fees are going to be kind of stored up right there, and then basically they can increase yield, Jewel yield, to either quest rewards on Saren Vale or on Crystal Vale, which is hella cool. So I'm like, wow, man, damn, that is insane, you know. So that is a really cool thing. So in terms of pumpamental stuff, there's some cool pumpamentals there in terms of the burn rate, the amounts of allocations that you have into that, and all with the Jewel token. And this is what I like, because usually when you have sort of these games or something, they launch another game and they kind of like forget about the main token that got them there. They're like, you have Jewel token, and then they're like Crystal token, and then they completely fuck off on Jewel. On this one, it's the complete, like, they're not forgetting about Jewel token. But I am going to say this though, that I do think from Epoch 3 to Epoch 6, you're going to get a nice decent run on the Crystal token. So there is going to be a certain point when the Jewel token just chills out, doesn't do bad, just chills, and the Crystal token just like shoots up, and then obviously take some fucking profits. I'm not saying sell the whole bag, but profits. The profit is saying profits. You take some profits there, you know, and if it's a lot, and like, here's the thing, at the end of the day, if it's a lot of money for you, take the money, take some of that money there, and then put it in your pocket. And then when things go down, you can do what you want afterwards. But it's this whole thing where like there's a lot of people that like they're sitting on a ton of games, they don't take anything out of it. You can use some of that money to then buy some Hex or buy some Ethereum or just USDC or just yield farm it back on Jewel once a Jewel token goes back there is so much stuff to do, basically. You know, but you have to take, you know, this is why at the end of my at the end of my intro that I have, like, you know, at the end of the day, you push the green or the red button. That's true. You push the green or the red button. No one can make you buy. No one can make you sell. You have to choose for yourself. This is crypto. This is choose your own adventure. You look at your bag. You look at what's the best strategy for yourself. It's like on the plane ride, you know, like when the emergency air comes down, you put the mask on yourself first, and then you help everyone else out, right? So you've got to decide what's best for Bubba, what's best for Nick, what's best for Astro, what's best for Jesus, Sir. Like, you know, like all you guys Fallout, you guys all have Millionaire, like all you guys have to like decide, like, okay, like I'm gonna do this or this, and some of you guys say, fuck this shit, I'm gonna sell all of it and I'm out. Hey, good on you, bro. But I have learned throughout my years. Now take this from an old degen right here, okay? Keeping a moon bag. My God, that has saved my ass, dude, so many times. Oh my God. That has saved, and what a moon bag is the same thing, choose your own adventure. A moon bag is whatever. So let's just say I had 100 Jewel, right, as an example, and I'm about to sell some. A moon bag is keeping 20 to 40 of those coins. Now you choose what the ratio is for yourself. I always do a 40% as my minimum for my moon bag, because I can risk take a little bit more, and then I can just risk take. I just risk take a little bit more, and as well as the profits are good enough for me on 60% of the coins that I sell over a certain period of time. But that 40% of coins is if after it dips and stuff, and then for some reason it just fucking Giga Chad launches 6 months later, and you're like, oh my God, thank God, Jesus, oh my Lord, I'm so happy I still have some tokens. And you're just dancing up and down and stuff, like, yeah, baby. Jeff. Hit the like button, subscribe, notification bell. Let's get it, baby. Shoo! Oh my god. Oh my god. I really wish I could play it. Like, I've got a lot of money and I cannot play it, dude. It strikes my channel so terribly, dude. Oh, I want to play it. But I've got some more. I got some more of these in the cut. In the cut, son. Okay, DCC. How much would you leave in before a real bear? Okay, this is actually a great Pauly D. So this is a great, dude. I love the fedora, bro. You look like you play dice, homie. You play dice? You look like a craps player, my dude. All right, but Pauly D, how much would you leave in before the real bear market? Okay, if we truly are starting to get to the bear market, I'm selling damn near all of it. Damn near all of it, basically, right? That moon bag is there for if the price launches, but at some point, let's just say at some point, like I sold, let's just say we sold the top. I sold the top, and I didn't know it was the top. I have 20% of my jewel left, and then the jewel token just like, oh shit. We just looked at me and Charlie. We looked through the charts, and we actually figured out like, oh no, this is actually the bear market. Shit. You could still sell those tokens for about 60 to 50% of the all-time high, and then get out, and you're like, well, that's it. That's it. And that's it. And the reason you have that there is because if the coin giga launches up and does a 3x, that 20% can turn 60% of your profits. So you're essentially what we're doing here by having the moon bag is we're taking basically a asymmetrical bet where the downside is I'm gonna lose 60% of my money, but have the chance to get 3 times my money. 2 times my money. So you got to, and trust me, because cryptocurrencies are usually the volatility to the upside and the downside, but the upside is so gigantic that I usually do play that out, and it's worked out over the years, especially for whatever we have down the pipeline. So it's just that beautiful sort of thing. Now there is projects, something like Illuvium or something like these are gaming projects where like my cost basis was so low that the price is never going to come down to my cost basis. So it's like if I bought Bitcoin at $3,000, that bitch is not, Bitcoin is not going to $3,000. Again, it's over, you guys. Like the lowest this shit's gonna go is 25, 20, 18,000 if we have like, oh my god, dump or something, right? Because like, so there's certain, if you bought a coin and you really like and you fuck with it and you actually think it's real, like if you think it's like actually doing stuff, but let's just say in the bear market you find out like, oh, it's crap, and then you can sell it and then move your money to other capital. But if you see like, oh no, they're still building, they're still here, you guys in the bear market, you keep that motherfucker. Because your cost basis is like damn near zero. It's not good. It's like basically you're in perma profit. You see what I mean? And that's the sort of thing that I'm trying to say. Because look, and this is what I'm talking about with like Hex and Pulse and all these coins are not at exchanges, homies. They're not on Coinbase. They're not on Kraken. They're not on fucking nothing. They're not on They're not even on KuCoin, you guys. They're not on Huobi. They're not on any of these exchanges. So if like you buy these coins, let's just say you guys bought it at $4.20, shout out, or like $8 or something, and then it pumps to 30, and then it dumps right down to 12, and then goes to 7, and then like it then pumps back to 15. Then we get a Coinbase listing. Then it goes. So you always want to remember, like that's why we tell you guys in the crypto mindset course, make sure to write down where your entry points were. You can just keep a little journal. It could be something like a little like this, or I don't know, what do I have here? It could be like a notepad or something like this. You just write down like a little, like your crypto, like what you did on this day. Like you just write down the date, say like I, Miguel, dollar cost crypto, did this today. I bought this. I sold these many coins for this many coins at this price. These are the prices of both the tokens. This, and I sign it. I hope I'm not a dumbass for doing this. And you look back and you're like, man, that was smart. Or like, damn, that was pretty stupid. Oof. And that's a real that was a habit that took me like damn near 4.5 years. 4.5 years to really like get that down, basically. It took me 4.5 years before I really like that cemented that stuff. And it is, and people think, a lot of people think that like, oh, I do all these crazy trades all the time. Not really. It's most of the stuff you're just collecting yield and you're just putting the yield where it's supposed to go. It's nothing that difficult. Like usually what you can just write down the big stuff. Like write down like, okay, I bought this big amount of USDC into this coin, or I did this and this, or I sold this coin for this coin. And you just write down like why you did it. I did it because I think coin gonna go up higher than this coin. And that's enough of an excuse. I mean, just like, and then you just sign it at the bottom, like DC. Oh fuck, how do you spell DCC again? DCC. And that's it. And yeah, that's exactly, yeah. Oh yeah, don't forget to buy and write down the date that you're buying it, like I did for a while. Yeah, and then one thing I will, and I in the beginning I forgot to do this, and then I eventually course corrected it, is on a pencil, on a pen or pencil, right? Usually you want to. I like blue ink because I supposedly like. No, this is, I don't know whether you believe the science or not. You remember things better with blue ink for some reason. That's what they say. So I'm like, oh, fuck it, I'll write with blue ink, whatever. You write it with blue ink, right? And the bluesy, right? You, with a little bit of blue ink, and you write down, okay, so I sold let's see, what's a good coin? I sold Luna at $100, 100 Luna for $100, and bought 1,000 Jewel tokens at, and then you put like $10. Cool. At this date here, signed kissy face, DCC. And then later on, I look back and I'm like, oh damn, what was the prices on that? And like, oh, okay, cool, that's right here. Okay, it's just good for the notes as well for taxes later on for you guys. And that's it. Simple as that. And then you check the prices. You're like, then you check the prices, and Luna is at $500 today, and Jewel is at zero. No, Jewel is at $1,000, not $1,000, but like $50. So it's like, oh, nothing happened. So it's just it's a wash, or it's like it's still, but I yielded on this one more than I did on Luna, or Luna only went to 200 and this one to 50, and you're like, haha, I am a Chad because I did good, right? And and that's it. Simple as that. It's nothing too difficult, but that's kind of the beauty. And you just keep the notes there, and it's not that much. I mean, like over a year, you're not going to do that many and stuff like that, unless you just like are totally overhauling the portfolio, which is like okay, but it's a simple sort of thing where, like, I mean, over a year you won't go through it, like you shouldn't. I mean, unless you're fucking really actively trading. Holy shit, you're not going to go through an entire notepad in a year, and then you just take care of it, and that's it. Simple as that. It's pretty simple. Yeah, people should be doing this already, but people ain't, bro. People ain't. But yeah, no, definitely. So that's pretty much it for the Jewel play and stuff like that, for the Crystal Veil and stuff like that. I think it's a great play, great way to put some extra cash in your hands right there. If this had happened a little bit later, this would have been something I would have been hyper into during the courses. But regardless or not, I'll also be going over it, because by the time that we do the webinar on this, we will be somewhere in the middle. Like we'll be somewhere. This will be on the 25th, maybe 27th of April. During the courses and stuff. So by then we'll be on epoch number 27. Yeah, we'll be on epoch number 4 or 5 at that time. And during epoch 4 and 5, there'll be different strategies, and I'll be telling you what I'm doing during that time, right? So and then I have a sneaking suspicion after epoch 3 that I think what they're going to end up doing to keep the Jewel price from really crashing down is I think they're going to add. So they did this in the past. So if we look, let's let me go back to this real quick. If I were to go to Jewel, right? The word Jew, and then you got the Jewel. If we put a 90-day thing right here, you see this pump right here where we got to $22, and that's bullshit too, because like this shit went to $28, you guys. Like I know for a fact it went to $28. But anyway, so the reason for this pump right here and this pump right here was there's something interesting that happened. They announced that they were going to do snapshots for about a month or two. So people started acquiring Jewel token, putting it in the bank to get X Jewel. So this is what I was talking about earlier about the Crystal Airdrop, is that they did this whole thing for about a month, where like if you have over 100 X Jewel, you're gonna get like a snapshot of it for about 30 days, and those 30 days added together through a linear curve and stuff will get your bell curve average. You're gonna be able to get like a certain amount of like Crystal Airdrop to you. Cool. That caused the price to actually go up to here to $22 that they say, and then an initial pump too, because there was also a hero. There's also another a secret one for heroes, as well as another one they did earlier. So this caused to help the price get up to this point, and then we crashed back down, and then obviously we crashed to the 380 range to 420 range, basically where I bought right here. And I believe that they're going to do this again. So because what's going to happen is during the third, fourth, fifth, sixth epochs, you're going to get a lot more pairs. So it's going to make Jewel a little bit less needed compared to Crystal and some of the other pairs. So during that point, then you can have a bit of a sell-off on the Jewel token price. So what I think they might do, this is speculation on my part, but what I think they're going to be doing is that they're going to create probably another snapshot event. Hey, for all you guys who hold X Jewel over here on Vale, we're going to do this huge airdrop of something or pets, or they're going to do something in order to keep incentivizing the tokens from crashing down in price, which won't entirely stop the dump, but we'll stop some of it, which is pretty useful, as well as they'll do one for crystal pets. So because there's eventually going to be this launch of pets being used in the game, and the guys who actually play this game will help keep the prices up higher, which could allow you a little bit of extra liquidity to exit at higher prices, and the price goes down and you buy back in lower. Bam, bam, bam. So pretty nice. Dylan, how did you hear about Dylan Somos? I'm sorry if I fucked that up. DC, how did you hear about DFK? I found DFK, when was it? June, July of last year. Where did I hear about it? I think it came across my thing. So I was researching GameFi or games in crypto, and I saw some. Oh my god, I feel bad. I wish I knew the guy's name. I saw some guy. He did a video on like token, like the biggest token that I'm playing right now, and he was basically talking about DFK, and I think that the video had like 147 views on it. So I just watched it and I was like, oh, it was some Indian. And now I remember it was some Indian dude with like really, really, really bad English. Like, goddamn. I fuck with the guy though. The guy's cool. But like pretty bad, the Indian dude with really bad English and stuff. I saw the video and I was like, all right, cool. And I basically like let a couple guys know about it back in the day. And then back then there was a far less things to do on the thing, as well as like it took me a while to really get into it and go on the Harmony One chain, because it was during the time when I found out about DeFi Kingdoms back in the day, it was very, very, very hard to get money onto there. Like I was having a hell of a time getting money into the game. Like it really, really took me 2 to 3 months to get my money into the game, until eventually, by the time that I got about more than half my money in, it got easier, because we finally got a KuCoin listing, and then it got easier on KuCoin, and then I was able to actually onboard money. Yeah. Harmony sucked ass back. Now they got better. They're way better now, but oof, my God, it was not easy. So around, I would say the Q3 course, I was playing around with it, and then I was like about halfway. Once the Q3 course was done, about a month afterwards, I was fully invested in the game with yield farming, and then basically I released it. I released it during the Q4 course. Yes, the Q4 course or the Q1 course. I maybe messed up the timeline here a little bit, and then from there, yeah. But yeah, that's basically what happened. And when I got into it, the APRs were about 860. No, well, I was able to yield farm for me one day at around maybe like 900% APR, but the APRs were in the 800 range, basically. Was it a high Indian? He sounds, maybe it was a high Indian. Like he sounds high. I don't know. He well, I don't want to say. I don't know, like Sheik maybe or something. I don't want to like. I don't know enough about like Indian culture in order, like not like the dot, but like I mean not the feather, but the dot. But like I don't know enough to like. I don't want to talk on my ass about that. But yeah. But anyways, now that's it for the Harmony One, DeFi Kingdoms, Crystal Vale sort of stuff that's going on. Hopefully you guys were able to get some stuff out here. I think this is a huge play. You can literally just pay for the course fucking off of the fucking gains and then some. And if you much obliged to make some money on this and shit, get that crypto mindset Q2, baby. I'd love to see you guys in there. And I'm gonna make sure and watch out for you guys. But I'm gonna go over Illuvium right now. You already talking that ass, Miguel. You might as well. Shit, no, I'm not gonna get caught on some fucking saying some bullshit. Sir, no way. Let's see. I just staked my jewel, but it says I can't withdraw it all. You can. Yeah, you just withdraw, and you can get it all back. Yep. I watched some of his high Indians do. If you want, link me the video. If you link, somebody DM me the video on my Twitter and stuff. So yeah, down here in the description. If you look in the description of the video, I have my Twitter. DM me on Twitter if you guys want a consultation or something to get more help on this jewel play or some other stuff that's going on. Because basically within the next week or two, I'm gonna stop doing consultations until after the courses are done. But I'm still doing consultations for the next 2 weeks. Okay, so this is your last chance. If you guys want a consultation, I'm scheduling people out for the next 2 weeks, and then that's it till Crypto Mindset Quarter 2 is over. So I will not be doing consultations until middle of May. So there's no more. So 2 more weeks of consultations, and there's no more consultations until the middle of May. So just want to let you guys know that. So FYI. So DM me on Twitter and stuff if you guys want a consultation, because it's time is a ticking on that, you guys. But definitely, yeah. You can also DM me that video. I'll see if it is. I'll know within a minute if it was him or not, basically. But is his name really high Indian? That's kind of funny. That's funny. But anyway, yeah. So let's get into a little bit of Illuvium here. Okay. Is this the game? Or am I showing the right screen now? Okay, cool. So let's get into Illuvium a little bit. So let me stop sharing. Okay, cool. So where's the screen right here? Okay. Okay, so here we got Illuvium, right? Right now, the Illuvium price is at $640, pretty good. The price is going up right now because we have V2 staking out, which is really, really cool. So now we can finally earn yield again on our Illuviums. It's not fully active yet, but within a couple more days, it will be active. So let's go onto the website for a second. So V2 staking has launched. Go to staking, right? So go to staking. So V2 staking rewards will begin in 3 days. To receive rewards from the first block, visit staking page to make a deposit. All right, cool. So make sure you're on the Ethereum network because this is on Ethereum. Okay, cool. So what you guys going to do is when you go to staking, if you have money in the pool, you're going to be able to claim your stuff, and you're going to be able to upgrade your staking pools to the V2, right? So there's because I don't have any on this wallet, but I can pretty much show you. So if you go to, there should be a V2 staking. So somewhere in here, when you're in this contract, you're going to be able to update your pools to V2, right? There's going to be the Illuvium pool and the Illuvium ETH pool. If you click on the upgrade to the Illuvium V pool, what's going to happen is since they pause rewards, those rewards are still gaining the entire time. So you're going to be able to choose whether you collect rewards in Illuvium or the new sILV token. The new sILV token, which is basically the synthetic Illuvium token, which can be used in game to actually buy land, because the land sales should be coming within about 3 weeks. Yeah, sure. I'll zoom in a little bit. Should be coming in about 3 weeks. So you have a choice to make. What I personally did with is there a place to buy sILV? Yes, there definitely is, but we'll talk more about that when I'm going to have my buddy Venomore actually on the channel. I'm going to do a YouTube video with Venomore. So we'll talk a little bit. We'll be a little bit more in depth about Illuvium and everything like that within a couple days. So be on the lookout for that. I've got quite a lot of interviews coming up and stuff like that. Plan C tomorrow. So I'm going to have Plan C tomorrow on my channel at 2:00 Pacific Standard Time. So be on the lookout for that. So me and Plan C are going to do another bro down, which is going to be cool. But in terms of the pool, so what I personally did with my rewards, right, I collected all my Illuvium in Illuvium, not sILV. But from this point onward, all the rest of my rewards I'm collecting in sILV. The reason I'm doing this is for one reason. I wanted to it was a big chunk of Illuvium. I was like, I'd rather put that big chunk now in there so I can just start earning extra rewards on the Illuvium pool while the getting's good. But on that sILV, now that I've essentially boosted up and I've doubled my Illuvium pool in terms of the yield that I'm earning there, I can then take all the Illuvium that I'm earning as rewards and just convert it over to sILV in anticipation for the land sale, because I'm aping in all my sILV 2 coins into land. That's what the fuck. Oh my god. Let me ban this motherfucker. Block user. Cool. So that's kind of what I'm doing. Now, when you upgrade your Illuvium ETH pool to V2, you are only going to be able, so what's going to happen is like, okay, in order to upgrade your V2 pool, you're going to have to withdraw your LPs. Now, they're only letting you withdraw the coins that you had in the flexible pool. The flexible pool, all the stuff that you guys had locked up or staked for like a couple months, that's already automatically in the locked pools already. So one of the big things that they have one of the big things that they finally have done for this game is when you stake your Illuvium Ethereum pool. So there's no longer 2 pools anymore. There's just one for Ethereum, for Illuvium Ethereum LP pools. So now you have to choose. You have to actually individually choose how long you want to lock up your liquidity. So if for the stuff that we like, for me and you and a bunch of other guys who staked our stuff out for like 8 months, a year, that stuff's there already. Perfect. Now the stuff that was already in the flexible pool, which was liquid, that we have to stake that out. So I just restaked mine for 1 month because I don't know what the yield's going to be. Then from there, you have to choose the minimum. It's going to be 1 month to 12 months on staking on the flexible side. So you have to, from any of you guys who have flexible liquidity, you have to choose between a month to or longer in terms of like how to stake it out. So cool. Yeah, Jemmy, what's going on? Are you fucking up? Banhammer, please. But yeah, so what I did is, because I don't know what the APRs or the APYs are, so what I personally did is I took whatever I had in my flexible pool, restaked it for 1 month. And then once I have the kind of like, because either way, I was going to keep it there until after, like I'm planning to keep earning on the flexible pool anyway. So I'm kind of keeping it almost like a recurring like hex thing, like once a month stake, like that basically. And then if I ever want to like, oh, I think Illuvium's getting kind of hot right now, then I could take that and then unbreak it down. And then I still have my lock stuff that's still comes out in like 4 months from now, basically, which is cool. So what about compounding? So what about compounding? Okay, so you still are compounding. So all the yield that you earn over here, when you collect your rewards, it tells you, do you want to put that in the Illuvium pool? Because you still have the 1-year lock on that stuff. Do you want to put that in the Illuvium pool, or do you want to put that in the sILV pool? I'll be taking my rewards and just putting into the sILV pool, but I'm spending it. Once the land's out, I will be then collecting all my rewards back in Illuvium again at that point. That's what I'm personally doing with Illuvium and stuff, but I'll be doing a more in-depth sort of talk about all this stuff with Vetamore and stuff. Yeah, you can actually pick monthly with, yeah. Why didn't you pick daily? It seemed like a lot of work, and I wasn't going to fuck with it really. So I'd rather just do a 1 month. 1 month is perfectly fine for that flexible stuff, because I was not, even with the land sales, I wasn't planning on selling that anyway. So that's pretty much. But if you guys want to do a shorter time, yeah, you guys definitely can do a 1 week. Some of you guys might just choose and see like, hey, what's it looking like? But that's kind of what I'm doing pretty much. DCC clicks per second are higher than Jen's. I was a StarCraft 2 player, so. So okay, how much is the minimum recommended Illuvium stake for 1 month? Honestly, to tell you the truth, because it's Ethereum, I would. This is the sad thing, is like, unless you're willing to make, so I would say $2,000, $3,000 is the recommended amount for the Illuvium Ethereum pool. And I would wait 3 days to see what the yield is before you make these decisions. Personally, for most of you guys, I would not recommend the Illuvium pool, just taking Illuvium, because unless you have a decent, like the yield you're going to earn off of 40% APY or 40% APR is not going to be enough with the Ethereum fees. Right now, the GUI, if you look in the top right-hand corner next to the address, it says 48 GUI. If in the next 3 months we start getting the merge hype and all this other crap, and Ethereum starts going up in price, that GUI is going to go to 80, then 115. Then it's going to get very, very, very expensive to claim your stuff. So I would just recommend, if you want to like kind of play this, I would just buy the Illuvium token and just hold it basically for price appreciation. Or you just wait until the land sale to buy land with USDC or something like that. But in terms of you're trying to earn yield, a decent play would be maybe a $2,000, $5,000 play in Illuvium Ethereum pool, which you fuse it together. And then I would recommend, somewhat staking it out 6 months to a year so the APR yield is decent, or you can just leave it or you can just recurrently stake it out every month. But before you make these decisions, look, you have to wait. Let's wait 3 days and let's see what the yields are. Then you can make a decision upon like how much you want to do. Because one thing you could do is you could stake your coins for a month in the Ethereum Illuvium pool, which is on the right hand side right here, which is this one right here. Let's wait these 3 days, see what the yields are at, and then you can reevaluate what's going on right here. So that's why, I'll be getting better more on here and stuff like that after this thing launches and stuff, and then we'll kind of talk about what's going to happen on here and kind of go over like the best strategies dollar-wise for people. But just staking Illuvium itself is not worth it. But because of all these yields that you're earning, these coins go into here. So the stuff here goes into here, but you're able to earn so much of it that it actually starts being pretty profitable. So there's a lot of kind of cool stuff that's going on with these pools and stuff. But there is this sort of thing where like if you're really going to be yielding on this, you would be yielding here because this is where actually the yield's actually at versus here. Last time I checked, this pool was like 25, 35% APR or APY. So who knows what it's at right now? Hopefully it's higher, and that would be really, really cool. But let's wait the 3 days first before we make any decisions. If you want to buy the token, I do believe that buying the token is actually not a terrible idea right now. I think it's at a good price. But obviously you want to buy Illuvium before it goes to oh my fudge, God, man. Yeah. So I would definitely just wait those 3 days, see what happens first before making any big decisions. But in terms of the Illuvium price for the token, right? Because here's the thing with Illuvium, there's kind of a state in terms of like order of operation, the PEMDOS or whatever the order of operations of how things can happen with this. You're yield farming on it right now. Cool. The V2 staking is actually very good for the price. The price is up right now. If we look over the past, let's see, 30 days, right? Look, boom, V2 staking comes out. Yay! Boom, so we're getting the price to actually to finally go up on the Illuvium. Then from here, if we get the land sale, we'll get a further price increase. So what I would highly recommend if you're going to buy Illuvium, you want to buy it under 800, $1,000 basically. Its all-time high was about $1,900. So it's that sort of thing. It's very possible during the land sale and then the eventual launch because there's the land sale and then there's the launch of the game. Both of those are kind of pumpamental events and stuff for the thing. The land sale is going to be pretty huge. I think the price will just go up just because it's going to bring new investors into it as well as normies who just don't know that you don't use the Illuvium token to buy land. You have to use USDC, Ethereum, or the sILV token, right? So, but the token will still end up going back up. I think when the land sale, we're probably going to be at $1,400 if I had to guesstimate where we're going to be at. So pretty good. Might be a 2x in this. But if you're buying at like $1,000, it still could do very well, but you have to play more for the long term. And if the game keeps getting lagged out and there isn't that much of a stuff, then that's kind of bad. Right. So I'm just talking in terms of just price for that. I already locked in my price, my average buying price for Illuvium myself personally, which was like last September, was about $480 that I've been yielding on since then. And I've been able to accrue quite a lot of Illuvium. So basically, because of all the yield I've earned, my cost basis is significantly lower than $480 on per token. So that's the way I've been playing it. And anyone who's taken any of the courses, quarter 4, quarter 1, knows about the Illuvium play. So there actually is one more pump event. I'm sorry, I just remembered. I'm so sorry. There's the land sale. So okay, so right now we're about in the next 3 days we're gonna get like D2 staking and all that jazz coming back up again. There's gonna be a repostification cycle because people are gonna be selling sILV into cash and then using it to buy LPs again, which can pump the price of Illuvium over time. That's good. Then you have the land sale. That's good. And then from there you have the game of the land game could come out. That could be a small pump there, and then as well as the main game launching. So you have these 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of things that could happen over, I would say, over the next 5 months on Illuvium. So be on the lookout for that stuff. Obviously, if you're going to get a couple now while they're still cheap and then just sit on them and stuff, but obviously never overexpose yourself. if you got like a $5,000 portfolio and you just want one token, hey, why not? That's not that bad. But like if you have $5,000 portfolio and you go all in, you're risking it for the biscuit. But if it doesn't go that way, if there's delays on stuff or the land sales goes to shit, then oof, you're down. So just be careful, okay? sILV's price during the land sale. Okay, so I will explain to Miguel's shovel. What happened to Miguel's hoe? sILV or the V2, the new sILV basically is always equal to Illuvium. So the sILV token is only to be used in game to buy things in game or land sales. So if the Illuvium price is $1,000, then if you're buying some asset in the game, your sILV is equal to $1,000. I'm right here. Lol. So funny. Oh, that's funny. Has the sILV market relaunched? It has. It has relaunched and stuff, but I'll talk about that on another. I'll talk about that with Veta more during that stream and stuff. We're going to talk about a lot more other stuff right now. But let's see. Okay. Yeah. So it's whatever the thing is. The current price of sILV, the new sILV. I don't have the new price chart, but from what I saw, it's basically a third of the price of Illuvium right now. So you're able to pick up some sILV for about, I would say, $280, maybe a little bit less than that, $240. So that's pretty good. But it could dump a little lower possibly because once the V3 staking stuff comes out and everything like that, and people know what their yields is at, there's going to be a lot of people collecting on yield and then dumping it sILV for Ethereum and then repothecing or using it as a cash out strategy. So there could be a little bit more downturn on the sILV token in terms of like the way it's going to get played. So just be careful, okay? Nomics has it. They really it's okay. So yeah, it's 33% of sILV. Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh, they do have it? Okay, let's just check it out. sILV. I'm not finding it. What's the new name of it? Rewards staking. Or Oh, it's sILV V2. Okay, let me copy paste that. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, I think you said. Oh, you guys said nomics, right? My bad. Let's see. Escrow. Oh, there we go. Boom. You guys are Chads. There we go, you guys. So it's $211. So quite a significant difference from let's look at Illuvium. So we got $638 for Illuvium, 211. So about a third, basically, from what I said. Not bad. So that's pretty much. So you're better to use ETH to buy sILV during land sales so that you get more bang for your buck, but you want to buy it at lower prices. But basically, I think the low on this, if you guys want to make a small play. So I might make a small play, but I already originally did this on the other one, but I got airdropped all my other coins back, so I'm back in the game with it already. But if in the next 3 days, I do suspect this is going to drop probably to like 180, 160. That's probably when, if I was going to make another little play, I'd just get a couple extras, but you have to be careful. It could go lower than that. So just be really, really careful with this. But I do suspect that if during the land sale of Illuvium, we're going to probably be at a $1,200 to $1,400 Illuvium price during the land sale. And, if you buy it for 160, even this price, you're going to be buying a lot more land, but whales might drop the price back to 800. But regardless, you'd still be getting, for every $1 you spend, you'd be getting $4 in land. So not bad. This is without so they said that, like, Venomore says that there's not going to be any more restrictions, as well as like when we're talking to we're still talking to Kieran. Shout out to Kieran. I hope he's listening. But we're trying to schedule him out for the webinar before the courses start, actually. So it looks like we're still going to do the webinar. So yay! But more announcement on that once we can lock him in on a time. But we'll ask Kieran himself, actually, straight out of the horse's mouth. But if it does go down, then you can basically get a $1 equals $4 in like land sale money versus even getting a $1 for $3 is still pretty good. So if you're thinking about getting land, getting a couple of these is probably not terrible, and then figuring it out from there basically. And then if you want the contract address, it's right here. Just copy and paste, put it into Uniswap, and then there you go, off to the races, you guys. But thank you guys. Obviously, Crypto Mindset Q2 is coming out, you guys. So be sure to subscribe and let's hit the notification bell. So Crypto Mindset Q2 is coming out, you guys. It's on sale April 15th through the 19th. And the first course starts on April 22nd, and it will end somewhere between May 2nd to May 3rd, depending on breaks, basically. It's 2 weeks of intensive classes. It's a lot of webinars. We're talking about 8 hours of just the Hex ecosystem itself. We're talking about Jewel, GameFi, guest speakers, everything A to Z of the Phantom ecosystem breakdown. I mean, yield farming galore, ways to make income, new plays, new GameFi plays. I got a couple of new GameFi plays in the cut that I've been waiting to talk about for a minute. Shoot! My God, man, I cannot wait. And if you want to be on the waiting list, put your email down right here. You'll be notified exactly when it goes on sale, you guys, right here, cryptomindset.access right here. It's also in the description. If any of you guys want a consultation with me, DM me directly on Twitter. Everything you need is in the description box. So shout out to you guys, and shoot.